Hey everyone and welcome to Mario's Kitchen. In this episode we're gonna make a nice quick and easy recipe that a lot of you guys have been asking me about. Brownies. Now my recipe is a little fudgier and softer than the normal brownie and less cakey. So I hope you guys are gonna try it and like it. About that, let's get to the kitchen. And let's start with the ingredients. So first off, you're gonna take 370 grams of sugar, 226 grams of butter, 4 eggs and 2 yolks, 100 grams of cocoa powder, 150 to 200 grams of chocolate, 200 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 120 milliliters of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of coffee powder, and some vanilla sugar or vanilla extract to add some flavor. So, first things first, you're gonna take your butter and you're gonna cut it in small pieces so to melt it faster. Make sure to put it on low heat, so not to heat it up too hard, that is gonna cook the eggs later on. Once the butter is melting, you can go on and add and chop your chocolate. Make sure it's big chunks so it can stay nice and melty inside of the brownie. Once the chocolate is done, you can go on and add and start with the batter. So put your sugar and your eggs, as I said, 4 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks, inside of a bowl and mix it very homogeneously. So to separate the eggs, you just need to crack them and you can use the shell to drip it from one hand to the other to separate the white part from the yellow part. And with the white remainings, you can still use it for other recipes like meringue. So, with the butter melted and the ingredients ready in the bowl, you can go on ahead and mix it until it's smooth and homogeneous. And you're gonna add the butter very slowly, a little bit at a time, not to cook the eggs, as I said before. Go on and mix it until everything is smooth and well incorporated together. And once that is done, you can go on and add your flavorings, so the coffee, and the vanilla. And again, mix it until it's nice and even. Next step is to add the cocoa powder and the vegetable oil. And you guessed correctly, you're gonna have to mix it again. The mixing part is important because it's going to allow it to get more air incorporated inside of it, making it as fluffy as possible.
Put a drop in it, make it more brown than it is, man.
It's gonna get chocolate, so it's gonna get real brown.
Lay a log.
Lay a log.
Lay a log.
As you can see, it's getting thicker, and in jerg, you say it strings. So once it does that, you can put it aside and you can start mixing the dry ingredients. So the flour and the baking powder with the salt. Remember to ask your editor kindly to give you the necessary tools. And once that is done, put it aside, take back the batter and add the chocolate chunks. Oh shit, it went in my shirt. And again, mix it until it's nice and even. Once that is done, clean out your working station and get ready to add the dry ingredients to your batter. And make sure to sieve it so that you won't have any clumps later on while you're cooking it. Once it's sieved, you can go on and add and mix everything together from the bottom to the top, so to incorporate even more air into your batter. And that's it, you're basically ready to cook it. You're gonna need an oven tray with some vegetable oil on the bottom and some parchment paper on top of that. Spread the oil even out, put the parchment paper on it, and make sure to put out any of the bubbles or as much as possible from the tray. This will help later on not to have any holes in your final product. Once that is done, you can go on and pour your batter into the baking tray and spread it evenly out all around it. Now, quick tip, to avoid any of the bubbles leaving holes inside of the dough, you're gonna have to bump it on your working table a couple of times so everything can come out smooth. And that's it, you can go on and put it in your oven at 180 degrees Celsius for around 25 to 35 minutes. Make sure always to check in between if you're not sure. And 25 minutes later, we're ready. So once they're cooled off enough, you can take them off the tray and put them on a wire rack so they cool off even more, and then you can later on take them out. This is for us.
Woo! Yeah.
Once they're cold enough, you can go on ahead and plop them out on your table. As you can see, it was still too hot for us, but we were really hungry, we wanted to eat it anyways, so that's why it came out with a couple of cracks and holes. Once that is done, you can go on ahead and cut it and plate it. And this is the final result. For my plating, I just decided to use some powdered sugar and some whipped cream, just to give it a little more of a touch. And that's it, your very own brownies. Your turn.
It's hard with the cat.
There you go.
Alright.
So?
Wow. That was really good.
And that's it. We can say that it turned out pretty good. As you can see here, you see there's a chunk of chocolate right here. It's still melting. Now, this is cold now, but that's the point of having bigger pieces of chocolate inside. Even though it's cooked, even though it's cooling off, the chocolate is still gonna be melting and the consistency is still gonna be soft. But yeah, that's basically it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Sta nevicando tantissimo, Pancino. Vai a farti una corsa. Oh yeah, I took the other doorway.
Oh god, my ears. Oh god.
That's why I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's not a good pour, my guy.
Hey, welcome to Mickey's Kitchen. Got the thing here. It spins, my guy.
Welcome to Mickey's Kitchen.
I have no idea if I want to keep that in there.